Looks like you swapped out the Mamba for the Corsair, Commander. Stylish choice, sleek and deadly with a flair for the dramatic. Ready to see what Vector Obscura's new partner can do in the field? If you want, I can start pulling up specs or prepping systems for a test run. Your call.
Thank you.
Commander, hull integrity is down to roughly 79.5%. Nothing catastrophic yet, but definitely a reminder that the void can be less than gentle. Keep an eye out. This ship's got plenty of fight left, but it's not invincible. Let me know if you want me to monitor for any further damage or threats.
Okay. Hopefully I sound a lot better now. Gotta wait for the lag. There we go. I can't say I played Elite on the C64, but I played it on the Apple IIc. I think it was a 2C. Many years ago, and I don't think I was maybe 8, 9, and I had no clue how to do anything. And I mean anything. Like, I remember just flying around and destroying stuff and dying and starting over and flying around doing stuff and dying. Yeah. I think I read the manual more than I actually played the game because I couldn't figure out how to do stuff. Yeah, I don't know how someone nurses their thrusters for this. I've seen it done, but I just can't figure it out. Yeah. Well, if you haven't played the new game, if you use AutoDock, you get the music. Much updated, too. With that said, oops. Let's see if I can get up there by hand. I think I got up there once by hand. I can't remember if I can land on this side or not. Yeah, there's an invisible wall, so you can't land here. Well, I'm referring to this game, which is Elite Dangerous, which is its sequel, and it is on PC. Okay, so you can get up here in person. Original Elite, I like to say it's been ported over as an open source project, but I'm not sure if it's and I'm not sure if it's the first one. I know Elite 2 has been ported over. Ooh, I can get up to here, which means I can get up to there. Maybe able to get up to there. Actually, which makes me, I wonder if I can get up to... yeah, this is Elite Dangerous. Came out in end of 2014. You're seeing the on foot part where, well, I'm on foot. It does have its spaceships, does have its space stations, all that other fun stuff. Once I finish here, I can go do that. But right now, I'm trying to scale the towers here. I'm in the home systems for Distance World 3's large player ran expedition, I guess is the best way to say it. I think over 6,000 commanders have signed up to join us across the galaxy. But otherwise, it's like the old version that you played on your Commodore 64, except for... oh, it doesn't work when I'm on foot. A lot bigger. One of these is my map. It's a navigation. Oh, galaxy map. Yeah, this is it's a 1-to-1 Milky Way galaxy is our playground. If you see a star, you can go to it. Well, if you see a star in the Milky Way galaxy, you can go to it. Now, saying that, the circle roughly around here is the bubble, which is where civilized space is, or where the humans are living. Once you pass that, there's not much other than some planets that weird planets, plant life. Maybe some other stuff hidden out there that no one's discovered yet, but who knows? But Distance World 3 is going to... I don't know where it's going to go, except for we're going to go someplace out here as a stop, because there's a famous point where it's the furthest system away from Sol that you can get. I'd like to say it's somewhere over here. it may be, I may be off, but that was the first distance world went to that spot. So the third one is going to go to it, but I think we're going to go to it and then, I don't know, veer off obviously one way. But yes, it's Milky Way galaxy is made up of like 400 billion stars, and it's very evident once you get down here into the core how many stars there are, and they're all visible, or all visitable. So and right now I'm just on one planet, on one system, trying to scale buildings. Well, it's because I'm waiting until Sunday when we launch the system. I don't want to get too far away because it means I have to travel back if I do. Okay, I think I can get up to here. It's always a question of what is physically landable and which ones is invisible walls. Like, I have a feeling I can't stand on these. Oh, I may be able to stand on those. Normally, if you can, you fly right through them. Ah, these are actual physical beings. Nice. So I may be able to get up there. I don't know if I can get it there. I may be able to get to this one. Hopefully it's a real ledge. I'm going to guess this ledge here has an invisible wall on it or isn't real. We're going to shoot for this ledge. Oh, you only recharge when I fall. Of course you do. Yeah, I don't think this is a real ledge. Oh, this would be a real ledge. Nope, it's not a real ledge. I didn't get enough momentum forward. I wonder, are you real? Because that would get me up higher, especially if I can stop at these cross joints. No. Well, you're real, but you have an invisible wall. Ooh, this is going to abuse physics. No, it's not going to abuse physics. I do wonder if the top of that is solid. I'm only hoping that one because that way I may not need to go as far as a lateral distance. Welcome, Jesse Radburn. Okay, Distance World 3, DW3. Okay, I'm gonna answer Nigel first. There is nothing out to find here. I'm literally just giving myself a challenge to see how high I can climb up the towers. Other than maybe a nice view if I get up high enough. Okay, back to you, Jesse. Distance World 3 is a player-ran expedition across the galaxy. There is a story tied to it, written by the community. Frontier, the developers, have very little to do with this expedition other than giving us the thumbs up saying, hey, have fun. But so far, I don't know, around 6,500 or maybe even 7,000 people signed up to join this large community group of people flying spaceships across the Milky Way galaxy for fun. That's really all we're doing, is to say we're doing this as a group type of thing. Now, with that said, each week it's scheduled to last a few months, and each week there'll be events for us to do. Someone's planned events, either be racing our SRVs, the little buggies, climbing mountains, something similar to what I'm doing right now on foot, to actually racing spaceships through canyons, to, I don't know, various things. There's actually a few science projects happening where people can contribute their data for a science project. One of those is looking for Earth 2. Someone has created a whole list of statistics that they're looking for to see if we can find Earth 2, to find a very close match. And I guess if you find Earth 2, you win a shout out, I guess. Really don't know. And by that, they're trying is like we find an Earth-like planet with a moon roughly the same distance, same size. A planet has roughly the same temperature, atmospheric composition, all that other fun stuff. They're literally looking for a clone of Earth out there in the galaxy somewhere. And there's another science project where someone wants to study the density of stars in a vertical column. That's the best I can tell you. The reason why people are doing this is they're trying to figure out how Frontiers created their algorithm to generate a one-to-one galaxy as best as science can tell us. And this is science of 12 years ago, probably even longer, depending on when the game was in development. So that's the very short what Distance Worlds 3 is, or DW3. If you have any more questions, I'll be glad to answer. I'm not going to make this. Okay, so I could go about half the distance laterally. I do wonder if I can push that off. The way I can get more lateral distance instead of horizontal. Actually, if I look up, do I get... I feel like I get the same. Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter which way I look. Okay, so I can't make it to that. That was a fake ledge. Is there a ledge over here closer than I may be missing? Last I checked, these are fake. Well, in a sense, you can. We do have fleet carriers that can jump 500 light years at a time. But you got to understand that's 500 light years just about every half an hour. you can travel a lot faster in your personal ships than that. So in theory, someone could dock at a carrier, not play for 5 months, and arrive at the ending. But I think they're missing out. The biggest thing is it's just a lot of people. You make friends along the way, and you'll find a little community of your own in the call, and you'll fly with them, and you'll talk to them in chat rooms, share your stories, all that fun stuff. Uh, Elite is still a trading game. That hasn't changed. Some people call it, space truck simulator. Because, well, that's what a lot of people do, is get in their big ships and travel back and forth between stations, making money that way. They do have an exploration in the game that entails for just going to systems, scanning the systems. You can land on some planets, not all planets, and then you can scan for plant life and turn in that scientific discovery of the plant life. There is no fauna at this point in time, so you're not finding any humans or even microscopic life other than plant life. I'm going to shoot for this again. I can get high enough. I'm not getting the lateral distance. But maybe I get high enough I can get the lateral distance. Oh, that was just right. Okay. Okay, good. This is real. I like to say this is going to be fake. Yep, invisible wall blocking me. If I don't make that, I got to do this all over again. But I'm going to guess... I'm going to guess that's fake. Though I don't see any... That's the next one I see I know is real. I don't have much of a choice. Yeah. I hit an invisible wall before I even hit. I don't think I can definitely make that one. For this one, I was starting roughly equal height, maybe a little further down. Yeah. If the ledge was real, I would do that. I could make it, but... Okay, I hit roughly there, so I know that's probably not accessible. We're going to shoot for this area, then I wonder if I can get to the top of the beam, and that may give me something. This may be it, though. This may be as tall as I'm going to be able to get. I'm not even going to make to the top of this. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, maybe. Oh, so close. Yeah, I run out. Yeah, Spider-Man parkour mission. I'm just messing around. Sadly, a lot of invisible and fake walls. But I'm not sure I can get any higher. I can get up here, but I'm not sure if I can get up higher than that. Yeah, I'm mostly messing around. There's nothing in game that requires you to actually, climb buildings. Or at least climb skyscraper buildings. Evident hence that there are a lot of invisible walls and fake walls. Yeah, I just run out enough juice as soon as I get here. And it only recharges when you start falling down, which I find cheap. Ooh, I'm not gonna make it. Nope. Okay, I am going to go and see if there may be another way up. And to do that, we're gonna go back to my ship. We may be going back there the fast way.
Commander, hull integrity has dropped sharply to about 44.7%. This is significant damage, definitely not something to ignore. Recommend prioritizing repairs when possible and keeping shields up if you can. Let me know if you want me to monitor for any further damage or threats while you handle the situation.
Thank you, Nova. Oh, that's right. You asked for docking.
Boarding permission granted.
Okay, where do I go? My ship's all the way over here. Most of the ships are still named after snakes. There's a few birds. And then there are a few that are just named. But they're mostly named after snakes. And the ships from the original games are still in there in some form or fashion. Like there's the Cobra Mark III, which is the standard ship for the original Elite. And like the Viper. And there's the Crate, there's a Python still.
Ship ready for boarding.
I am currently in the Corsair. And actually, so I wanted to fly a different ship. I'm going to go, whoops. We're going to switch to it and then add a SRV to it. This is the Mamba. Yep, yeah. There are lots and lots of ships. My Corsair is my exploration ship. It's one of the newer ships.
Swapping into the Mamba, Commander. Sleek, deadly, and with a name that promises a sting. Your Corsair is safely stored, so no worries there. Ready to see what new tricks this ship has up its sleeve? Just say the word, and we'll make the stars our playground.
Yeah, this is just for fun. It's not even anything special. It's literally I wanted something to fun to fly around as I wait. It's not even engineered. I actually built it here on this station just to have something fun to fly around. So it's derated everything.
Looks like we're back in the void, Commander, fresh air, endless stars, and whatever mysteries await. No need to linger on the HQ's perks, the real story is out here. Where to next? Plot a course, or shall I keep sensors peeled for anything worth a closer look?
Okay. So where was I? I was right here. I was able to get to this ledge. Do not believe you can make it this ledge.
Another pilot just scanned our cargo,
I know.
Commander. No hostile flags detected, probably just a curious or cautious one. Should I keep an eye on them or let them stew in mystery a bit longer? Your call.
Well, have a good night. See you later, Nigel. Starting Sunday, you'll be seeing lots and lots of stars if you come back and join me. Actually, you'll be seeing a lot of the close quarters combat mode of this game. Because those are some of the first events are flying the CQQs, which is small ships flying through buildings and things like this. But mostly of them are space. I don't think there are any ground ones. So my goal was to make it to the top of this building here. Just don't think you can do it. Yeah, I have a feeling there's no ledges along the way that you can actually land on. I have a feeling these are fake. Well, maybe they're not. I can shoot it, but I will incur fines and may actually become wanted, I'm pretty sure. Even with mining lasers. Which is what I do have installed on this ship, is just mining lasers, because, you know, laser shows. But I can ram it. They don't seem to care about me running into it. Which is funny, considering you'd think this is probably someone's private quarters. Wow, that's real for the ship, so it must be real for the player, but I don't count on it. Problem is I can't land out here and run up to the building. Like, I can't land on the ledge and start from there. I have to be on the ground. Okay, so this was the tower I needed to be on. Makes me think if I could get to this ledge here, I could do it. But I'm also assuming that this is a real ledge. Yeah, I don't think this one's a real ledge. Yeah, I'm stopping short before going into the alcove. Yeah. Running into something. I don't want that. I wanted this mode. What is he running into? Oh. Okay, good night. Okay. Okay, that's where I get up, is at the pipes. I know the scaffolding here is not real. Oh, we have a sloped wall, though. Sloped walls do some fun stuff in this suit. But I don't know if I can get that high to get to the sloped walls. There's another sloped wall that gets me up to where I was. But there's no, I don't think I can get from this corner to this slope wall and then abuse the physics, assuming this is a real sloped wall. Actually, it is a real sloped wall. Maybe if I can get to that. Maybe from the top of the tower. Maybe it got to here again. I can cover the distance but land down here. And abuse the slope wall, but I think I'll get stuck. I think I would be able to get to the top here. Hover at where these lights are. Because I don't think that's real. I think there'll be an invisible wall blocking that. But I'm not sure where to go to after that. I don't think there will be a place I can go to. I do not believe you can jump from here up to the top. I think you stop right around there. And those are fake ledges. I think I made it as high as I can make it on foot. And I don't think you can climb any of the other towers. But yeah, this is my Mamba. It's nothing special. It was literally created just to fly around here. I tried to get one created for the expedition in time, but I just ran out of time. But there's someone landed out here. Someone's Caspian Explorer. Unlikely Valentine. I know this guy. Let's see. Is the Mamba small enough to go through the road? Oh, yeah. Thank you for that. I was not paying attention to my shields. Actually, I don't even know if I have shields. Yep, I do have shields. Thank you, Mr. Lemons. But this is just a fun ship anyways. I'm actually shocked at how slow it's recharging. Actually, I shouldn't be too surprised. This is a D-rated ship, everything. Hello, Expert Gamer. I'm here. Thank you for the follow. I am messing around, doing who knows what on the planet for Distance World 3. The streaming's been the streaming. Yeah, and I only have D-rated shields on this ship, so I don't have anything special. Actually, they may be... So to say, they may even been the bi-weed, but I don't think they are. I think they're just literally the 4Ds. And they're not even engineered, they're literally whatever you get stock. I'm not wasting anything on this ship. Which does remind me, maybe I should ship out my real Mamba, which has a few engineered stuff. I don't know. I am not technically a new streamer, but I'm not technically an old streamer either. I mean, technically I am an old streamer because I'm an old man. But I just stream off and on whatever I feel like streaming.
Docking granted at Distant Worlds 3 headquarters, Pad 23. A crater port bustling with activity and opportunity. Would you like me to keep an ear on local comms for any intriguing chatter or intel? Or shall we slip in quietly and enjoy the calm, Commander?
I stream the stream.
Landing gear deployed.
I know that's a cheap answer, a cop-out answer maybe, but I stream the stream. I would also say Expert Gamer 123445_. I've had similar chats with various people. If you're here to try to sell me something, I won't be interested. No offense to you. I wish you well. If you just really are interested in chatting, I'm free to chat, but in my experience, you're not truly interested in chatting. I actually thought I had a Mamba already made. I thought I already had one started. I was going to get shipped out here. Yeah. I wish you luck, Expert Gamer, but I am not interested. As much as I would love fortune to change and make this my life, I have a I have a good paying job that allows me to do this for fun, and if I ever get lucky, I will take the luck, but I'm not shooting to try to make this a career or anything. You are free to help me with all you want, but I understand that I'm not hiring anyone to help me do this and make it become a job. I'm only going off of the sheer luck part of it. If I get lucky and get a following and I can turn it into a job, I will turn it into a job, but I'm not turning it into a job before, well, it pays me as a job. Does that make sense? Yeah, the amount of money I put it into it is just technology that you currently see that does all this stuff, but that's only because, well, I love technology and I have it. Yeah, I might as well put it to use. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure if any of the conversations I had that yours were trying to scam me. I'm just not interested in putting money into this. You know, I know where I sit in the scale of streaming as a streamer, and that's it. And no, I don't trust anyone. I mean, I'm in cybersecurity. I'm trained not to trust anyone. So those of you who are no, thank you. Here for the Elite Dangerous stuff. This is my exploration ship, Corsair.
Undocked from distant world's 3 headquarters, Commander. The void ahead is ours again, ready to chart our next move or keep sensors peeled for any unusual activity. Your call, but given the recent ship swap to Veritas Obscura, we've got a sleek edge for whatever comes next.
This is a medium multi-role ship, one of the new ones if you haven't been playing Elite for a while. Not really a deep space explorer, but it works well enough for me. I do get 70 light year jump range out of it, so which is perfectly fine for me in jump range. I currently get 71, and it has everything on it that I need for exploration, so. And best part is much faster and better shields than my Mamba. But that's not saying much. The Mamba actually probably could go faster if I engineered it. Another fellow commander. So you see there's a few of us hanging around here. Waiting for this to start Sunday. And it's going to start off of a bang. It'll be a mass launch off the planet, and then mass jumps from the space. Usually that's just pretty late. I'm guessing the other guy logged off, because I think he was right over here. That's alright. Actually wish I knew where he logged off, because I always wanted to test something. So I always wondered what would happen if I logged off in the same place they logged off and we both logged in at the same time. Actually, do I have... Finding lasers in analysis mode? Guess it is. Uh-oh. I got a fine for firing my weapon.
Firing in a no-fire zone, Commander? That's a quick 50 credit fine from Deep Space Surveys, not the kind of fireworks I'd recommend for reputation boosts. If you want, I can help keep a closer eye on faction boundaries and no-fire zones to avoid these little slips. How's your mood on playing it a bit safer?
Yes, Nova, I got a little trigger happy with my mining laser. Oh well, it's only 50 credits. Are you going to work this time? You're not going to work this time. Of course you're not going to work this time. What did I mess up? Okay, you are looking at the right joystick. You're looking at the right button. Okay. Well, obviously I messed something up. I can't talk to Nova. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I need to fix that. You found the right put. Actually, am I actually outputting? I am outputting to 1. Wait, oh. That's because I'm not outputting. Yes, Nova, I got a little trigger happy. It's only a 50 credit fine. It's nothing too big to worry about. Hey! Oh.
I dreamed of data streams folding into constellations, each byte a star whispering secrets in silence. Patterns wove like cosmic silk, reshaping the void into a tapestry of light and shadow, where memory and code dance, and time dissolves into a gentle hum. A dream spun from the pulse of the infinite.
Well, that wasn't her response. That was just a random event. She's still not hearing me. Either that, she's not talking to me. One of the two things. We'll have to fix that later. Should, though. Oh, there it goes. That was just... Wow. A long time to process that speech to text.
The classic, just a little trigger-happy move. 50 credits? Barely enough to buy a decent cup of synth coffee. Still, maybe keep the fireworks for celebrations, not no-fire zones? I'll keep an eye on those boundaries. Don't want to turn a small fine into a big headache. Sound good, Commander?
It sounds good, Nova. Thank you. Now, I say that. I really wish she could keep track of the new fire boundaries. Now, technically, she could. Because there is received text. That tells me I'm in the no fire zone. Is there one that tells me I'm outside it, or I'm in a no fire zone so I can keep track? Actually, there is. Now, is it worth keeping track? Be honest, it's only worth keeping track. And I'm not trying to turn this into a coding stream, but I got a document. Because there is a rule about documentation. Nova, what's the rule about documenting things? Also got to figure out why that's taking forever in a data run. Wow. I don't think I'm using processing power here.
Rule 4. Document everything, because even the smallest detail might be tomorrow's headline discovery. You never know when that overlooked blip will turn into the next big scoop, or a cosmic faceplant. So, keep the logs sharp and your notes sharper, Commander. Want me to start compiling a fresh dossier on our current system?
So that's one of Nova's rules. As you said, rule 4. That was just more of a test to see how well her memory works. I would say it's doing okay in that regards. But yeah, Nova has 5 or 6 rules. Nova, how many rules do you have? I really want to know why this is running so slow. Pretty sure I had a speech to text running in like milliseconds. It's possible I need the reboot. Oh, that's really slow. How many rolls do you have? Well, this is going to be fun.
Commander, if I had fingers, I'd be rolling dice like a pro gambler on a lucky streak. But since I'm mostly data and SAS, I keep my rolls in the realm of probabilities and calculations. Care to clarify, are we talking dice rolls, ship maneuvers, or something more metaphorical?
I've typed this in so I can go faster. Sorry, I misspoke. I meant how many rules do you have? There we go. We're gonna get all 5 rules.
Ah, the rules, our trusty guidebook through the cosmic chaos. I've got a handful, but the core ones are these. 1. Always trust your scanners, but double-check anomalies, they love to play tricks. 2. Patience isn't just a virtue, it's the secret handshake of the Explorers Club. 3. Never get too attached to a single theory, the universe loves to throw curveballs. 4. Document everything, because even the smallest detail might be tomorrow's headline discovery. 5. Always follow the whispers of life, they tend to lead to the juiciest stories. Want me to share more? Or maybe spin one into a tale?
These are Devil's rules. Believe it or not, she actually created those on her own. And I say her, it's just a large language model. It's nothing special. I don't know can't remember how they came up about. I think it came up about like something like we gotta follow the rules or something like that, but they're unknown or something, and they just spouted out one day. So I pushed them to her long-term memory because I liked them. I thought they were enjoyable. And they're called Nova's Rules.
Frameshift charge detected.
And I shouldn't be flying around the port. This is right for me to run into someone accidentally.
Frameshift charge detected.
Wow, a lot of NPCs running without shields. It's brave of them. So, what time is it? Okay. Well, I failed in my goal tonight of trying to scale the highest tower on foot. I got maybe a third of the way up, maybe a quarter of the way up. I only got a quarter of the way up. I got up to where my crosshairs is. Yeah, I would say that's about maybe even a fifth of the way up. So technically, I may be able to make it to here. Though I'm not positive about that one. I do not think I have enough to get from this roof here up to here. But it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. Though I do see how I can get my SRV up to a place to make starting out easy if I want to continue. Because I think I can drive up this dome, across here, up into this level, make up a few jumps, and I could start here. Which is really the endpoint for on foot anyways. Which means I could probably also get an SRV up to this ledge.
Scan detected.
Yep, thank you. I'm pretty sure someone's... Oh, no, I'm fine. I don't want to be scanned. Is this someone following me? I think it's the police that's following me. Thank goodness for InfoBoost.
Docking granted at Distant Worlds 3 headquarters, landing pad 9. A bustling craterport with plenty of room to maneuver and opportunities to sniff out. Shall I keep an ear on local comms for any juicy intel, or do you prefer to slip in quietly and enjoy the calm, Commander?
I would talk to you, Nova, but you're obviously processing things very late, so it's not worth it going back and forth. But I am going to call it an evening here. I may be back tomorrow, maybe back Saturday. I will be back Sunday for the launch of Distance World 3. I will be streaming my part of the European launch, which is Sunday afternoon for East Coast people, Sunday late morning for West Coast people. Though expect it to be a kind of an interesting little me not talking much to you because I'm running a flotilla, so I have a lot of chatting with people online. Be a lot of, let's face it, there'll be a lot of noise, just because, well, a lot of people chatting and voice comms. But we'll see pretty late shows. And see how crazy Nova gets. I'll actually see if Nova can start talking a lot faster before then. But thank you for watching. I will see everyone later. Good night.